Welcome to English Day with Miri. Today we are going to discuss adverbs. What is an adverb? An adverb modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Also, an adverb answers the questions how, where, when, how often, and to what degree. Now let's move on to the kinds of adverbs. The first in our list is the adverb of manner. The adverb of manner answers the question how. Let's have some examples. She danced gracefully. So what is the adverb of manner in this sentence? Let's first answer a simple question. So how did the subject dance? The answer is gracefully. Therefore, gracefully is our adverb of manner. Let's have another example. Rosalie sang passionately. So how did our subject Rosalie sing? The answer is passionately. Now let's move on to the second kind, which is the adverb of time. The adverb of time answers the question when. There is a bit of overlap with the adverb of frequency since the adverb of time also refers to how often something happens or someone does something. The adverb of time is best placed at the end of a sentence. Let's have some example. I will buy her a gift tomorrow. So when is our subject going to buy her a gift? The answer is tomorrow. So our adverb of time in our first example is tomorrow. Now let's have another example. He will mail the letter this afternoon. So when will he mail the letter? The answer is this afternoon. And therefore, this afternoon is our adverb of time in our second example. Now let's move on to number 3, the adverb of place. The adverb of place answers the question where. Moreover, it can refer to position like above, below, around. Or it can also refer to distances like nearby, far away, or miles apart. Also, the adverb of place can indicate movement in a particular direction. So words ending with "ward" are considered adverb of place, such as backward, onward, eastward, westward, toward, or towards, and many more. Now let's have some examples. I will meet you at school. So where is our adverb of place in this sentence? Again, let's answer another question. So where am I going to meet you? The answer is at school. Therefore, our adverb of place in our first example is school. Now let's have another one. Here is the bag you want to borrow. Where is the adverb of place in this sentence? So where is the bag you want to borrow? Here. Therefore, here is our adverb of place. Now let's move on to the next kind, which is the adverb of frequency. Just like what we have mentioned earlier when we were discussing adverb of time, adverb of frequency talks about how often something happens or how often someone does something. So let's have some examples. Maria goes shopping twice a month. So how often does Maria go shopping? The answer is twice a month. Now let's have one more. Richard visits his parents every month. So how often does Richard visit his parents? The answer is every month. There are many more adverbs of frequency in English. It could be every day, once, twice. It could be next week. It could be 2 days from now, or a year from now, or a year later, a month later. There are many others, but we need to familiarize ourselves with this so that we can use them correctly in the future. Now let's move on to the next one, which is the adverb of degree. The adverb of degree answers questions how much, how small, how long, to what extent, and etc. Now, this kind of adverb is best used to modify or describe adjectives and other adverbs. Now, let's have an example. Lemons are very sour. So, how sour are lemons? The answer is very. That's why very in this sentence is our adverb of degree. Now, let's have another one. He is almost finished writing. Now let's answer, is he finished writing? The answer is almost, so not yet, but nearly there. Now let's move on to our last kind, which is the interrogative adverb. The interrogative adverb is used to ask questions, and these are how, where, when, and why. Now, interrogative adverbs are different from interrogative adjectives because interrogative adjectives are always followed by nouns, but interrogative adverbs are always followed by verbs. Now, let's have some examples. Where is my key? Why is she crying? How did you two meet? When are you leaving for New York? So if you noticed, all our interrogative adverbs were followed by verbs. Now let's have a short exercise. Let's tell whether the underlined words are adverb of time, degree, manner, place, interrogative, or frequency. Let's have our first sentence. I need to talk to you now. Our underlined word is now. If you answered adverb of time, then you are correct. Now let's move on to the second sentence. She used to play the violin elegantly. Our underlined word is elegantly. If you answered manner, then you are correct. This answers the question, how? Let's move on to the third sentence. This mango is very sweet. Our underlined word is very. If you answered degree, then you are correct. Now let's move on to the fourth one. When is she going to visit you? Our underlined word is when. If you answered interrogative, then you are correct. Next, we have, my house is nearby. The underlined word is nearby. If you answered place, then you are correct. And lastly, we have, Jackie works at the cafe 3 times a week. Our underlined phrase is 3 times a week. If you answered frequency, then you are correct. This answers the question, how often? Thank you for watching this video. Please make sure to like and don't forget to subscribe.